before us every day that a lot of people fail to realize. Whether you are a Bibio, whether you're Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Esako, Tiv, Benue, Ibibio, Efik, it doesn't matter. All the fights that people keep having, destroy, pollute, and mix a mincemeat of what this planet has given us as a race, as a people. And by the way, when I say race, I mean only one race, the human race. In the end, all the squabbles, the girls cannot buy food, boys are mean, boys are raping girls, girls are cheating, lawyers are lying, politicians are stealing, police are stabbing, people are disobeying, people are doing blood money. All those things in the end truly doesn't matter, because when you destroy the very land, the very planet that sustains you, ladies and gentlemen, newsflash, you have nowhere else to go. Our grandchildren, as best as we know, have nowhere else to go in the end.
It starts with
one thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on to didn't even know, or wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all.
Dare Road, River State. And if you're just joining us, my name is Jude. Everyone else calls me Dude. You are most welcome to do so. And this is Hello Port Harcourt. Now, we look at project completion. One of the hallmarks of the past administration has always been, I am going to do projects. I'm going to put projects everywhere. People, were critical. Some were very ecstatic, talking about the way the state, right now talking about River State in particular, the metropolis of Port Harcourt, has won a new look in the past 8 or a year now, talking about the of overhead bridges all over the place, the flyovers, whatever you want to call them, all over the area, is making traffic, particularly along the spine of the major road, talking about the Aba Road, not the old Aba Road, but the new Aba Road, have a totally great look. So you can literally drive from Element Junction, right, in about 20 minutes at the most, and you will be in town area, pretty good. Just go over the bridges, pretty quick and snazzy. All well and all jolly. Great. But now, recently, the River State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, says the state government will revoke and re-award the Andoni section of the Ogoni, Opobo Nkoro, Andoni Unity Road following the failure of the contractor to deliver the project after several years. Now, Governor Fubara said this while inspecting the road project on Saturday. He explained that a year ago, the River State government had a meeting with the Andoni opinion leaders and the contractors to work out modalities for the smooth execution of the project, and all agreeable contractual terms were met by the government, but the contractors have failed on their part. Let's take a listen to what the governor said on this one. Take a very close listen.
I can tell you that this section of the Andoni Road have been paid 100%. From what I've seen here today, we still have more than 45% job to be done. We are left with one option. I think there's a big elephant in this road. We will remove that elephant. And I've just spoken with the commissioner. They should commence the process of revocation of this job, and so that we can give it a contractor that is serious and that can deliver. We don't mind what it will take. We did make a promise to the Andoni people that this road will be delivered. And I can tell you here that if we don't deliver it within the next 100 days, it will not exceed my 1 year in office.
Okay, all right, so you got that. All right, so they have met the obligations, but for some inexplicable reason, according to Governor Fubara, the road is not done. And I remember, my memory serves me very well, that we've had some people, some callers from the Opobo Nkoro area, making complaints about several roads. And this Unity Road happens to be one of them. So my question this jolly morning, yes, as we celebrate democracy in Nigeria, is this: what are some of the hindrances that prevent some projects from being completed in River State? What are those things? I remember there was a time where a lot of people would complain that the project gets started, roads are being fixed, and then somebody comes and shoots sporadically, tries to carry the staff who are on site or whatnot. Or there was you have not seen the village elders. You need to do A, B, C, D for this project to continue. Some of you have even called to allude that it's the proper operational procedure. But according to the governor, it's been done. Financially, anyway, all obligations have been met. So why did this job not get complete? And why do certain jobs not get complete? Because it's not the only road that people have complained that it was flagged off, it was budgeted for, it was awarded, contracts were signed, the contractors moved to site, but the roads were not done. As always, do well, turn down the volume of your radio set. Refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. Didn't see it, didn't hear it. Please do not make unsubstantiated and unverified claims. And please do not make comments that will be seen as inciting.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on Twitter. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on Twitter. The governor says there's an elephant on this road. When we remove it. So what are these elephants, that usually prevent certain roads, certain projects from being completed? I wonder. 92.3. Hello, Potako. Good morning to you, please.
Hello, Jude. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Muriel, the Africa woman.
Go on, Muriel.
You see, I think one of the major problems is when you give the contract to the indigenous, a person that is from that place. And he has to look for contractors, people that will work these things. When you give indigenous projects, they become so lackadaisical to perform this task. They can
Mira, are you sure about this? Are you sure? Because don't forget, one of the reasons why projects and also jobs in and around the Niger Delta, were single-handedly were singled out was because they needed local content. People wanted more indigenous individuals to be parcel of the development in that area.
Jude, I know we are so passionate about them setting up contacts and companies, and we want to patronize them, but. So if you look at the former governor, former governor Yeson Wike, the reason why he achieved this feat is because he gave this project out. Even though he tried to patronize one or two of our local contractors, but this feat he achieved was because he gave this contract to the project, and that was why he got this quality of job that they gave him. Even if these local contractors want to do this job, if they finally complete it, trust me, most of them they give you inferior quality. They don't give you the quality that you deserve, that you really wanted. They will not sort out one or two of their brothers, their kids, they know them, and they will not do some standard work for you and they move. Some of them they will not do at all. So I think giving these jobs to local contractors most times is the issue. We know we want to local content, we want to patronize, we want to grow the night, all these, but trust me, the Nigerian man has not changed. If you give it what you don't do it anywhere you like, and you know at the end of the day we'll get away with it. So giving it to local contractors is one of the major issues.
All right, so Mira says local contractors, local vendors, probably the reason why some of these jobs, some of these projects, right, don't get completed. Now, Destiny on WhatsApp says, good morning, Jude. There are three major factors that mitigate against completion of projects in Nigeria and in River State. They are, number one, corruption. Number two, corruption. Number three, wait for it, corruption. Nothing more, nothing less. You agree with that notion? All right. This one here says, good morning, Jude. One of the reasons here in Port Harcourt why things don't get done is that some of the local people want to be part of the project and they make unnecessary demands of the contractors. We've been in this town where people would kidnap workers, would kidnap engineers and demand huge sums or sometimes even block a project because one or two of their cousins were not employed in that particular company. This is the reason why some of these projects do not get completed in River State. Really? But if I'm not mistaken, not everywhere, not in every community would you find enough hands, capable hands to handle a particular project. Don't forget, if you're building or constructing a road, a hospital, or anything for that matter, all right, not everybody in that area, right, would be able to meet what that contract demands. If that contract demands maybe 2,000 workers to work for maybe a year, how many laborers, how many men and women of working age with enough strength and most importantly skill would be needed or would be available in that locale for that particular job? Hello, Pataka returns. is Hello Port Harcourt. Inside Rivers this morning, we start off our conversations looking at the completion of projects or of construction work around the state. Now, some of them have not been done. Some were started, some were initiated, and this, I have to say, is the story across the Niger Delta. Now, a few months ago, if I'm not mistaken, about 18 months ago, I got into the studio here and I got to sit down with some individuals from one of the NGOs who had a project, right, that was aimed at monitoring the projects across the Niger Delta. The plan is whenever a project was assigned, it gets fed onto the application. Those who are stakeholders are made aware, and then an individual can readily check the progress of that project all up until completion and even after completion. Brilliant idea. But now that we are on this morning in River State, I have to ask. The governor, Siminalayi Fubara, says, hey, look, this Andoni Road is a mess. He's not happy with it. Look, he wants to have it done. He has told the commissioner, start the immediate process of revoking the contract and then re-awarding it to somebody else so that this road can be fixed and the people in that area, Opobo, Undoni, and Unkoro axis, can enjoy good access to roads. They live in River State. They are part and parcel of the development of River State. But whilst that is on, you have to ask, so why exactly do certain projects not get completed in River State? The governor says, it's like there's a big elephant and we'll try, in fact, we'll move that elephant. Yes, that's why we're here, to move that elephant. This kind of things should not be happening in my state.
I can tell you that this section of the Andoni Road have been paid 100%.
Did you hear that? It was paid.
What I've seen here today, we still have more than 45% job to be done. We are left with one option. I think there's a big elephant in this road. We will remove that elephant. And I've just spoken with the commissioner. They should commence the process of revocation of this job, and so that we can give it a contractor that is serious and that can deliver. We don't mind what it will take. We did make a promise to the Andoni people that this road will be delivered. And I can tell you here that if we don't deliver it within the next 100 days, it will not exceed my 1 year in office.
So he's going to remove the... So he's going to move the elephant. It's a very terrible scenario, right? That, people who have been, complaining for months, years even, we're having to deal with that road day in, day out. So if you just join us this morning, this is Hello Port Harcourt. I'm asking this morning, what are some of the things you might know, Jude doesn't know, but what are some of the things that might be mitigating the completion of projects in Port Harcourt, in River State?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
So please do well, turn down the volume of your radio set. Let's enjoy having a conversation with you. Refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. If you didn't see it or hear it, do not make unsubstantiated and unverified claims. And do not make inciting statements. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on Twitter. 90.3. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. G, good morning.
Good morning to you, please.
I disagree with anybody who will tell you that because the person is from the tribe, that's from that place, that's why contract is not being made. It has nothing to do with that. Like you're telling me that crime has a tribe. No, crime has no tribe. It has no religion. Crime is crime everywhere, nobody. The thing is that those contractors handling that job are not patriotic. They are not sincere. And because of political lining, they know nothing would happen. It is not enough for the governor to come up to tell us that contract has been paid 100%. If you sat down for an exam and got 100, what is it? That's a big A, a very big A. So for a job to be given and paid 100%, that person has, in fact, like one of your previous interviewers said, that status. These are the things that have kept Nigeria this way. Nigeria has not moved forward from this. It is just corruption. So I don't believe in because the place is that person. How about the man that owns Petraco, the late chief? Go to Edo State and see what that man did in some areas. So we didn't say because the man is from I don't understand. Try about nothing to do with corruption. Let's condemn it. I expect the governor to have made the contractor public by now. Invite the EFCC.
Okay.
Yes. It's not just come to tell us that the contract has been paid 100%.
Okay. All right. That's an interesting view there. The last caller says, look, yes, the governor has done well by inspecting and then by also vocally, letting the Rivers people know, the Rivers people who he has sworn to serve, that this job was paid for 100%. That's what he said. All right. And so if that's the case and the person has not fulfilled the job, let us know who this contractor is. Call the anti-graft agencies and let them investigate why exactly this job was not done. All right. 92.3. Hello, Potako. Good morning, please.
Thank you, Jude.
Good morning.
Good morning. You see, I will not be fooled by all the shitting ground you see around. Look, you pay 100% when the job is yet to be completed. Look, I can tell you for certainty that job was a political when they were together. If you investigate the person they awarded that job to, it's not aligning with them. That is why you see them now coming up to do this public discussion. I'm telling you right now that if that job was given to a reputable contractor without any political leanings, it would have been completed.
Okay, so
there are several other jobs like that in the state. Just because the people are the people they are awarded it to are thinking hallelujah with them right now. If they fall out tomorrow, you will see them revoke that job. Thank you.
All right, so it's a question of political leanings now. Last caller says, well, when things were all rosy, they didn't finger point anybody. Now that they've likely fallen apart, there's no, proof to this in this particular instance. Maybe that's why they have, as it were, or they are planning to revoke the contract. Now, I'm thankful to the governor of Rivers State. This is a message on WhatsApp now. Sim Fubara, for revoking the Andoni Road and promising to see it done in the shortest possible time. This is a good step by Simnalaye Fubara. I'm confident that Governor Fubara will do excellently well, and I will have the political chemistry to consolidate. Let the elephants be taken off the road. Macaulay from Apamini, right? Yes, I think I got that correct. All right, thank you very much. Now, let's get to Facebook now. At Nigeria Info PH. At Nigeria Info PH. All right. Obiano said, Charlie Man says, on project completion, it is always good to complete the good projects initiated by your predecessor. Fair enough. Okay. Says, like your guest pointed out, I don't have a guest though. Says that there is no law. What is the punishment to the elephants that money for that contract has been paid complete? Now a new elephant is coming to complete the 45% that remains. There is no law. Michael Wigesi with that comment. 90.3. Hello, Potako. Good morning to you, please.
Yeah, Mr. Zion. Good morning to you.
Welcome.
The elephant is a very wonderful. Today in the Niger Delta region, you hear comments like this.
But we have elephants in Andoni, so that's not new.
Did you hear this kind of comment in Dubai? Did you hear anything like this? See, as long as Niger Delta is confined, you see that name? To me, it's a fraudulent name. Mention one project from the Niger Delta region that is a contract that went through the bidding process, legal bidding process, that is standing the test of time international class and repute.
Well,
Mention one.
I may not have the facts, but I'm very sure, Zion, that there are a few. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, because later on by 11 o'clock we'll talk about the NDDC. But for now, in River State, very simple question: why do you think some of these projects don't get completed? What are the issues?
It is because this project has given to chronics. Just the truth. During the Amechi era, he made one comment. He gave a project in a particular area, and Amechi went to check the project uncompleted, and he came on air and complained that, look, I have paid for this contract, for this project, but your own brothers took this money to Egypt and married 2 wives. Just look at it. That is the elephant we are talking about. If these people are people that love their environment, they are passionate to develop this country the way we radio callers are passionate to be calling every day. This Niger Delta region is one of the healthiest environments in the world. How many of these projects went through the legal tender project? They submitted their tender, they went through the whole processes of job, whatever, they went through the legalism, the regime, whatever, and this contract was bidden by the Mr. Jude Nigeria Limited, and a certificate, the IPC, was issued to you. Go and execute this project.
Okay, so for you,
white elephants.
So for you, I remember that phrase. That's you, the White Elephant Project. I remember in secondary school, during our government classes, it was made mention to me. Interesting. 92.3. Oh dear. Hello, Port Harcourt. Oh dear. Drop call scenario. Now let's get to Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. At Nigeria Info PH. You can join us. You should follow those handles, Facebook and Twitter. Let's get your engagement on our subject or any subject matter that is on discuss here on 92.3 Nigeria Info PH. Now this morning I asked a question. So why do you think some projects, right, don't get completed in Port Harcourt? What exactly is the issue? Are there certain things that are peculiar, to the, in quotes, Port Harcourt, to the Port Harcourt metropolis? What exactly? Don't forget, all over the world, not every project that gets initiated gets completed when promised. There are certain drawbacks. Even government projects, as big as NASA is, NASA has had, to move certain projects over and over and over and over and over again. And they likely will move a few more in the coming years. So, there are certain things you investigate. What are they? Can we mitigate them? What can we improve upon them? Is it the bidding process? Is it the execution? Or are there economic factors at play here? 0817 923 0007 0817 923 0003. 92.3 Nigeria Info. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Bro Jude.
Good morning, please.
Yes, talking about the revocation of contract, I have these questions. How was the contract given to the elephant? That's number one. Number two, who gave the elephant the contract?
Well, they didn't say they gave elephant. They just said there's an elephant blocking the process of the road. So
that's what
the government says he wants to remove the elephant so the road can be completed, whatever that means.
That's what I'm saying. The elephant, who gave the elephant a contract? How did the elephant come to that place?
Oh, interesting.
But there are two dangerous systems we run here. Number one is a political interest system. Then number two is go front and come back system. And that has made us, as a nation, not to be moving forward. 3 weeks ago, I cried as Angola took our position in the OPEC community or in the OPEC world. I felt so bad. Why can't we be sincere and follow due process and rule of law and succeed in this country? We are going back instead of going front. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Tonte Igbekalagbo says, when the then governor commissioned the road for use, talking about the Pepperoni Junction e-warfare road for use, and ignored that part of their finishing. One problem with the local contractors is that the person awarding the contract would have his percentage. The community chiefs and youths will come for their own share as well. At the end, the contractors will do a substandard job that is commensurate with the finances at hand. Okay. So here we are. Tonte is saying, well, the job would get approval, but then those who call themselves stakeholders, chiefs, youths, other pressure groups will come, meet the contractor and say, hey, give us ABC from this. And the contractor, maybe in the bid to keep the job so that obviously salaries can be paid, profits can be made, would acquiesce. Maybe. At least that's Tonte's vision here, or version rather. Now, on the revocation of contract by Governor Similai, I call on him to revoke Amoku Egbema Road and re-award to a competent contractor, Army 4 Ernest in Port Harcourt. Thank you very much. Okay, all right. This one says that our projects given to Julius Berger are stalled. No, the projects that are stalled are projects given to political friends, cronies, and families. So the government doesn't have the muzzle to push them. These contractors squander the money and sometimes dare the government to arrest them because they know a lot about their ascendancy to the office. Otis in Port Harcourt. Interesting claim there, Otis. Now, most of the failure in most contracts or incompletion of projects in Rivers State include greed of some contractors paying politics with the contract with the ulterior motive, lack of proper government supervision of the awarded and ongoing contracts. 3, lack of interest of some contractors from engaging the youths of the area and host community dwellers that can create enabling situations to most contractors. Amos Prince. But Amos, I need to ask once again. I did give the example, right, that it may be difficult to get 2,000 capable, skilled workers for a particular project who are all local in that area. It will be very difficult. You have benders, talking about the iron benders. You have people who are specialist crane operators or specialist excavators. Talk about the drivers for the excavating machines. All of them very likely will not come from that locale. So, are you saying that because they didn't employ people from that area, that's why the projects don't get completed? Fascinating theory. 90.3, good morning, please. Hello? Oh dear. Hello, can you hear us? Good morning. All right, apologies for that. 0809-030-6416. That's the WhatsApp number. Please let me repeat that slowly. Forgive me if I've appeared too fast. 0809-030-6416. That is the WhatsApp number for receiving messages only, please. My 3, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
My name is Nduka Ikoha.
Good morning.
Thank you. Is that Nigeria Info?
Yes, please. Good morning.
I am calling you from number 30, Sambo Road, Omok.
Okay. Talk to us.
This thing that Governor Fubra did at Andoni Road, he should come down to Omok and see the Omok Ebima Road. You will weep, you will cry for more people.
But
the previous government of Nyesom Wiki awarded the contract for the Ahoda Road to Julius Berger because his wife is from there and they did a good job.
Once again, Induka, I'm going to let you go because, we always talk about, getting, facts correctly, using proper statements, and there are certain allegations that we can let fly. Once again, the allegations, maybe you're not quite sure, but in this case, come on, Undukwa. That's a very strong allegation, and one that might not sit down well. So we have to be very careful with the words that we say, please. But your observation, very clearly noted. There are other areas, there are other regions within the River State area that the governor needs to visit, and maybe that's what he's doing right now. This is June 12th, and already we've heard about 3 or 4 visits to 3 or 4 locations that the Secretariat, now the road, and another place I can't remember off the top of my head right now. So maybe that's what he's doing, looking at needs assessment at the moment. So yes, maybe he will definitely get to your part, and maybe you can then make complaints to the governor. 9.3, good morning, please. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Awaji is calling from Andoni.
Go on, Awaji.
Yeah, I want to commend the governor for revoking that contract, but let him not use the contract for politics as Wike did, because the Andoni Road was awarded by Odili. 6 years of Odili, 8 years of Amechi, 8 years of Mike, 22 years. They are still working on just one road for 22 years. Next year we start. We know that what I said is true. 22 years. They are still working on one road. What we can do is using the way to play politics with Andoni people. If we collect the contract, if we give under contract, we give under contract for 8 years. We are not doing anything. So I want to beg the governor to give the contract to Julius Beja so that Beja can do a quality work for us. Thank you, Jude.
But once again, now when people say they have a preference, don't forget there is still a local content, a drive within this area. Don't forget, when local content drives are made, it's not for the benefit of 1 or 2 individuals, but for the larger populace. Don't forget that there are companies that will exist in the next 5-10 years that are not in existence now. These are going to be local companies, and these companies would need to prove their mettle. And if they're not given a chance to prove their mettle, how then can you or anybody validate the millions of naira being spent on your children who are in universities today? Your millions of naira on your children who are going to vocational schools today, who are learning trades today, if they are not given the opportunity to serve and eke out a living with this skill set that they have acquired. It's interesting. Just one thing is now branching off to several different avenues. 9.3, good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Yes, Sam. Good morning.
This is Jude. Good morning, please.
Oh, Jude. Good morning.
Good morning, please.
Well, in this past administration, the one of Nyesom Wike, we have seen project delivery. And the former governor is a no-nonsense man. The lingering state of that project is not rocket science that will tell us that it's political. Because our former governor was a person that, starts up a thing and finishes it on time. So there must be some undertone. You can't start up a road as the last caller spoke for 22 years, and it's still, is it a joke? People should be serious with us. Tell us what is happening and deliver. It is our contract. It's not doing us a favor. Governments are not doing us favor. It is our right. That is why they are there. They are there to serve, and it's not there to pay salaries, and people are happy. Say yes, it's paying salary. Or they build a road and we are clapping for them, when we know that they are not even doing as much as they should do. So please, our government should wake up. That's my take. By the way, I'm the mayor.
Welcome. Thank you very much, Mayor. Good to have you join us this morning. All right. Now, if you just join us, we have just about 3 minutes to wrap up this conversation. We are talking about some of the challenges facing contract completion here in River State. What are your thoughts? Where does the problem lie? Obviously, each particular job, each particular construction work would have its merits. There's also going to be a feasibility study, or there should be. I don't know these things. Not engineering student, but we do gather reading about all these things that there is a protocol, there is a process. Apart from just bidding, but there's a process, milestones that must usually should be achieved. Now, I do remember who was that person? There's a listener a few years ago, that educated, I would say, me, on how some of these jobs are done. That, in quote, milestones are, set in a bid to make sure make sure that people don't cut away with government money. So you hit a milestone, they pay you for that milestone, then you continue. When you get to that milestone, they pay you for that milestone, and until the job is completed. That way, they keep you on the edge. I don't know if that's the process that was done in the case of this particular Unity Road, talking about the Anthony Egbema Nkoro Road. I don't know. I cannot tell you. I don't have the information in front of me. But that's just one road. There are other roads. We'll wrap up conversations right now. Probably take one more call and then I read a few messages. Oh dear, apologies. So let's get to Facebook, facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH, facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. Young Junior the second on Facebook says, good morning. One big factor is the issue of political enmities, especially in the case of Amici and Wike. Even my own school then was started but never got completed. Interesting. Ohaji says it is selfishness. Yes, selfishness is the reason why some of these projects do not get completed. But whose part? Exactly. And like one of the callers made mention, hello, if the claim is that the government has paid completely, what about, punitive measures? What about getting investigation started? Why? Tonte on Twitter says, one would expect the governor will mention the name of the elephant that's hindered the road construction of that Andoni Road. Too much secrecy is also a factor why most contracts are not completed. Let the contractors or company be mentioned and refunds made. Okay. So maybe that's what Rivers people want to get to hear and see. My name is Jude. Thank you as always for joining us in our conversations. Good morning.